Good morning, Guardians. The Hijabi Gamer here, and it's Friday. I can't believe it's Friday. It's already Friday. Seriously, the week goes by so ridiculously fast. One moment it's Monday, the next moment Xur is in the tower knocking on the door, dropping off cool stuff. And yeah, we got a decent week. We got some cool stuff this week. No trespasser this week, but we got a really good one that I am very happy to see. It's been a while since I've seen this one, so let's get into it. Usual reminder. Really? Usual reminder, this is original Destiny 1, which means Xur is only in the tower for 48 hours. It's about 5 a.m. here in New Jersey. That's when he first drops. He drops at 5 a.m. on Friday morning for me. And then he leaves the tower on Sunday morning. And dear God, the connection is getting worse. I was just playing Warframe and I didn't have any problems because Xur doesn't drop until 5 and I started around 4:45. So I played a round of the circuit, picked Revenant, and didn't have a problem. Bungie, fix your servers. I can't believe this is another week where I'm going to have to go through this whole thing all over again. It's getting worse. I'm just fed up. At this point, I'm just fed up. The thing is, again, this isn't a fair representation of the state of original Destiny. Now, one person did comment and said they have difficulty getting into Destiny 1. I generally don't. This is just a Friday morning thing. And I would not be speaking much about it if I hadn't just been playing Warframe. Now, as we're going into the tower, I can tell you Testo is one of the weapons. I can't remember the ornament, but Telesto's a pretty nice fusion rifle. I like Testo a lot because I like this unplanned reprieve. Fusion projectiles attach and detonate with a delayed void blast. That is cool. You don't realize it when you first use it because when I was first using it, so it's a delayed blast. It's not immediate the moment it hits. So it's pretty cool. The other perk for Testo isn't very good unless you're in a fire team. So here we go. Multi-kills with this weapon spawn orbs for your allies. Keep in mind, this is original Destiny. Alright, so Xur's location. You're heading straight. So one of the weapons he is carrying is Testo. Now, I don't remember the ornament. He's also carrying the last word. And Hardlight, which is one of the few weapons I'll say I like what they did with it more in Destiny 2. Most of the stuff, I'll say I like the exotics in Destiny 1 more, but Hardlight, I like what they did. Anyway, so here we are. Alright, Testo C. Oh, and Queen's Command. That's the boring ornament, alright? Queen's Command is the purple one. So this is Lingering Vestige. This is the cool ornament. This is the ornament you get. It's purple. That's about it. It's purple. So yeah, like I said, multi-kills with this weapon spawn orbs for your allies. This is Destiny 1. Orbs, unless you're in a fire team, or as I like to call them, Guardian droppings, really, it doesn't help. So that's more of a fire team thing. However, still, this is more than makes up for it. Fusion projectiles attach and detonate with a delayed void blast. Wicked awesome. So, Telesto's a cool one to have. It kind of got me back into fusion rifles. I was never a big fan of fusion rifles. Now I'm constantly using fusion rifles. Then we got the last word and addendum. So the last word addendum is this. It's pretty cool. I like the basic weapon. I think it looks a lot neater. I like the darker color. I prefer things to be darker colors because, well, lighter color stuff doesn't stay lighter colored for very long. I don't understand the people who, for example, have white keyboards. Your white keyboard isn't going to stay a white keyboard for very long. So, yeah, I didn't like the fact that the PS5 came with a white controller. So, I like this better. You're getting that. You can just dismantle it for silver dust. The last word, this weapon can be fired quickly and continuously and improves stability and target acquisition when firing from the hip. I'm not a big fan of the last word. I know some people do like it. Let me know down in the comments below. I've said this multiple times. I'm more of an Ace of Spades person, not just because it's a hunter's only weapon, which, if you recall, in Destiny 1, only hunters could acquire and use the Ace of Spades because It's Cade's gun. You took just no words, Titans and Warlocks. You stole what was ours. No. But a lot of people like the last word. I mean, it looks pretty cool, but I'm more of a Ace of Spades person. I like the fact that you can basically, if you have good aim, you could just keep shooting without having to reload. All right, now we have Hardlight. Hardlight is one of the ones I will say I like what they did with it in Destiny 2. I like the fact that you could switch the elemental type. So you could have Void, Solar, and Arc all on Hardlight, which is great for match games. So I like what they did with it. I like Hardlight in Destiny 2. One of the few ones I will admit I like what they did with it. So it causes kinetic damage. Rounds fired from this weapon have no damage fall off. Overpenetrate targets and ricochet off hard surfaces. That's the fun thing about Hardlight. I use it sometimes against Cabal with their shields because you can bounce it off the floor under their shields. But it's pretty cool. This thing just, when you start shooting it, it's got projectiles bouncing all over the place, and there's no damage fall off. So it overpenetrates targets and ricochets off hard surfaces. I just like the fact that they added the additional perk in Destiny 2 of being able to choose the element type. This is kinetic. In Destiny 2, it's not kinetic. It could be Arc, Void, or Solar. So that's pretty cool. But I like Hardlight. The fact that you could ricochet off hard surfaces. So you could bounce the projectiles under the Cabal shields. Because in Destiny 1, you can't shoot through Cabal shields. Yeah, Gaul, still have not gotten over this. Still salty about it. Your mighty Red Legion has shields you could shoot through. You suck, Gaul. You're terrible, Gaul. You're an embarrassment to the Cabal. Personally, I think they booted your ass from your home planet because you were such an embarrassing joke. And all of this time, we've been dealing with the losers of the Cabal. I bet you if Keitel, Callus, and Gaul are probably like the weakest, most embarrassing of the Cabal. And like the Cabal are like, yeah, and so they left the Cabal home planet and they came to Earth and they're like, yeah, I'm the mighty Gaul. Whereas everybody on the Cabal home planet are like, can't believe that shit. Yeah, Gaul's an embarrassment. He's a runt. And all his buddies are just embarrassments. I mean, how are we to know otherwise? Have we been to the Cabal homeworld? No, we have not. So for all we know, we're dealing with the most embarrassing, humiliating Cabal of all, and they're all laughing at us. I'm just saying, we don't know. I mean, we've never been to the Cabal homeworld. For all we know, all these Cabal that we're dealing with are the runts and the losers and the failures who've basically failed out of Cabal military school. Okay? I'm just saying. Prove me wrong in the comments down below. Maybe there's something lore. I mean, even the lore we have could be lies. And that the reality is, even in the Grimoire, that's the human perspective of things. I need to go to the Cabal homeworld and see for myself. All right? Next, we got armor. We got no backup plans for the Titans. Shotgun kills trigger force barrier, and force barrier's duration is increased. All right, Titans, let me know. That sounds pretty good. I mean, it doesn't sound too sucky like some of the previous stuff. Force barrier, so you kill with your shotgun, and I like it. Especially probably is really good in Crucible too. I mean, let me know. Titans. This one seems like you're getting a good one, all right? Just correct me if I'm wrong, because it's coming from a sad, pathetic hunter. But Titans, and it looks pretty cool. All right, I won't deny it. It does look pretty cool. All right. Next for the hunters, you have Frosties, which seems like we had it last week. This is a great one to have if you are a hunter. Tighter turn radius while sprinting, increased grenade and melee regeneration while sprinting. This is great. Here's a little trick coming to you from a hunter. All right. So if you use Frosties, now there is an artifact. Now, I personally use Memory of Yolder all the time because it removes the sprint cooldown. How many of you have forgotten that there's a sprint cooldown in Destiny? Original Destiny had a sprint cooldown. Yeah. Now, there is an there's an artifact that will get rid of your super. Where is it? Lose your super but gain 1 extra grenade and melee charge and small boost to all stats. Orbs grant melee and grenade energy. If you use the Memory of Fellwinter and the Frosties, you basically have non-stop grenade and melee. Non-stop. So it's the Memory of Fellwinter. You lose your super, but like let's say you want to sneak through an entire like Nightfall, right? And you go with a Night Stalker, and then use your smoke bombs. And you can you'll have non-stop because you get, in addition to sprinting with the Frosties and getting faster, yeah, so then maybe even use the Monte Carlo, which grants a full charge of your melee ability. So yeah, this was a great build for, grenade and melee. Then when you get to the boss, you switch back to the Memory of like Yolder. Right, Buster? Is this a build you use? Yeah, it is, I hear. It's one of the cat's builds. Finally, we have the Skull of Dire Ahamkara, and it fails the Corpus test. The Corpus are laughing at you, Warlocks. Take reduced damage while using Nova Bomb, improved energy drain abilities. This looks like it's Warlocks, let me know. I'm not a big expert on Warlocks, so I've never used Nova Bomb. I'm curious to try Nova Bomb, but I've never used it. I'm more of a I've said this before. I only used Warlock for self-res. That was the greatest part about Warlocks, was the self-res, okay? And now you don't have it in Destiny 2. So Nova Bomb really wasn't why I was using Warlock, okay? So I can't really tell you much about it. So tell me Warlocks, all right? Let me know. But it's a big helmet. I'm just saying, it's a very big helmet. It makes even the Corpus one look kind of compact in comparison. I'd choose the Corpus helmet over this thing any day. It just seems bulky and heavy, and at least the Corpus helmet has scanners and stuff built in. So I'm going Corpus is better in this case. Sorry, Warlocks, the Corpus are laughing at you. And it doesn't seem like it's very impressive. But who am I? I'm just a hunter, so I really don't know. Alright, then we got the usual stuff. We got the Legacy Engram. I think it's overpriced, which means it's definitely being sold to you by the Corpus. Agent of the 9. Yeah, probably the 9 board member. Well, it's not 9. One of the board members. You know what, Xur? I'm on to you, man. You work for the Corpus. Legacy Engram, 31 strange coins. For a year, what is probably going to be a year 1 heavy weapon. No. Then you got the usual Curios. These are such a waste. I feel the tiny boost to stats for an ugly-ass Sparrow. I'm not usually a cosmetic person, but I like my Sparrow. I got this one, the Prismatica, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I think this is the one I used when I did that. Or it's either that or that, one of these two. But it does minor boosts, and it's on fire. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so this is your weekly Xur Location video. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. What do you think of Buster's build? Yeah. Everyone likes it. I know they do. Yes, boss. Alright. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And I hope to see you in the tower, because I gotta get to work. Yes.